Hi everyone and welcome back to Craft Center. Today we are talking about VLAN. Just imagine you have 20 computers and some of these computers belong to, for example, sales department, others belong to IT department. Do you want all these computers be in the same network? Probably not. That's why we have something here in Cisco. We call it VLAN, means Virtual Local Area Network. Because VLANs allow us to separate devices logically, even when they are all in the same physical switch or connected to the same physical switch. Let me to show you what I mean. For example, here we have a switch here and we will bring 4 PC. Okay, and then we come to the connection cables here. Great. So, and let me to give them IP address. My plan here is these 2 PC stay in one network and these 2 in another. So, if I say, for example, the IP address for this one will be 192.168.10.10. Let me to copy it, and then here 10.11, and this one 20.12 and 20.30. Okay, so let me to color it so we can understand it much better here. So we just say like this. Okay, great. So this is one network, and then we are coming to this side. And this is another one. Okay, let's see. Yes, great. Like this. Now it's more clear. And if we give IP address to this one, if you look at it here, just let me to give you an IP address 192.168.10.10, subnet mask 3 times 255 and 0, and the second one IP address 192.168.10.11, and this is subnet mask. The other one is 992.168.20.12. This is subnet mask, and 13, and done. So right now, if I just from this PC ping this PC, let's see if it can ping it. Just say ping 192.168.10.11. Yes, as you can see, it can ping it and find it. But if I want to ping 2012, which is this one, let's see what will happen. Yes, request timed out twice. Three times, and 4. You see? So packet sends 4 times, received 0, and lost 4. So 100 times, 100% lost. So now the question here is how we can have two different networks connected to one physical switch, but still can ping each other and communicate together. First of all, for doing this one, we need to create VLANs. How to do it? First, let's give an IP, give an host name to the switch. Enable, Ctrl+T, host name, just say switch 1. Then we create two VLANs. One of them we will create for sales department, and another one we'll create it for IT department. Just say VLAN, like this, VLAN 10, name sales, dip, sales dip, because it doesn't accept it like this. That's fine. Just say sales department, and another one, just say VLAN 20, VLAN 20, IT department. Sorry, just forget name IT dip. Great. And do right, exit, do right. If you just go, if you want to see our VLANs, just say show VLAN, just come out first from config, exit, show VLAN brief. Now you can see we have created sales department and IT department, and both of them are active. This is now one part of our job is done. Now here we want to assign switch ports to VLANs. As you know, we have 24 ports here on this switch, and we want, for example, fast internet 01 and 02 be in the VLAN 1, and fast internet 03 and 4 stay in the VLAN 2, I mean 10 and 20. How to do it? Just say conf t interface range fast Ethernet 0, 1 to 2 switch port, and then if you just use question mark, you'll see switch port mode, I mean that's it, trunking mode of the interface, switches mode, and then here dynamic trunk or access, we use access here, access, and then switch port access VLAN 10. Sorry, switch port access VLAN 10. Okay, so what we did here, we just say that we want that port fast Ethernet 0 and fast Ethernet 2 belongs to VLAN 1. Again, interface, I can and now I will also write a shortcut interface range fast Ethernet 03 to 4 switch port mode access switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 20. Great. Right, exit and exit, and now show VLAN brief. As you can see here, sales department fast internet 01 and 02 are in sales department now, and in IT department fast internet 03 and 4 stay in IT department, and the rest of it stay in the VLAN 1 as a default. Great. But still, if you look at it, still they cannot ping each other. For example, here, yeah, it cannot ping each other. So what we need for this is we need a router here, because without router, VLANs cannot communicate together. Or you also need maybe also in a switch layer 3 that work as a router as well. So let me to bring a router here, and then we will connect it. Gigabyte 00 to gigabyte 01 here, and then double click on it. CLI, let's say no, enable conf host name router 1, interface gig 00, no shutdown. So now we only turn on the gigabyte Ethernet 00, and now we don't actually here. Let me to tell you something, that we don't need to have two physical cable here between these two LANs. Only one is enough. So now here we need to create two sub interfaces. We just say exit int gigabyte 00 dot 10 enter, and then encapsulation dot that one q10, and this 10, let me to tell you that this 10 doesn't mean that this is belong to VLAN 10, but we just use this number because it makes our job easier to understand it. Otherwise you can use any other number if you can remember it. The only reason I'm using 10 because I have created two VLAN 10 and 20, so I use it this one as 10 and 20 to remember it. Okay, so and encapsulation here mean that traffic routing on this sub interface belong to VLAN 10. Enter, and then we just say IP address 192.168.10.1.255.255.255.0. So this is the default gateway of our VLAN 10. Enter, and that is to write exit, and we will do the same for VLAN 20. Say int gig 00 dot 10. This is called sub interface. Encapsulation dot 1q10 IP address 192.168.21.255.255.255.0. to write exit. Now we did this one. Another thing that we need to do it is this port gigabyte 01. We need to make it as a trunk. Why we make it as a trunk? Because we need to have this port to work as a trunk to deliver all these messages between these VLANs. How to do it? We come here, just say const int gigabyte 01 switch port mode trunk. As I told you, we have three options here. We have access, we have dynamic, and we have trunk. So we make it as a trunk here, and done, and do write exit. But let's see if they still can ping each other. I'll just say this one Of course not. I know why it still cannot ping each other, because we are missing one thing, one step, and one important thing here. And it is all PCs are missing their own default gateway. If you look at this here, it has no default gateway, and they cannot ping each other because this is default gateway that help them to find each other. Okay, so we just say 192.168.10.1. Great. And here the same. Done. And I will make it here also as 21. Yes. I will leave this one without default gateway just to say the differences now. So let me to ping it again. If I ping it now, I think it should work now. It will take a bit time because of ARP protocol. Let me to see what the mistake I have done here. Exit. Show running config. Maybe I have made something here wrong. 21, yes. This is 21. But yeah, this is a mistake I have done here. Can you see? I realize that what I have done as a mistake here, because this interface, subinterface, is 10 and I have give it 20 here, and there is no 20 subinterface here. This is the reason. Okay, so let's fix it first. Enable conf-t. Just say int gig 00.10 IP address 192.168.10.1.255.255.255.0. Do right, exit, and then again int gig 00, this time 20. Yes, and IP address and encapsulation dot 20, IP address 192.168.21 and 255.255.255.0. Do right, exit, done. And it. Let's see now. So far so good. Yes, you can see that it can ping each other. Time 1 millisecond, time to leave 127, and yeah, so everything is fine now here. But let me see if I can do it to the 2013. It shouldn't answer, and it shouldn't ping it actually, because it doesn't have any default gateway. Great. So everything is work exactly perfectly as we planned. So let me to give it an IP address now here. 21. Done. Now it should be able to ping it. Just let him to ping from here to 192.168.10.10. Here you are. And if I just ping, let me to tell you something here. If I just ping 20.12, can you see time to live here is 128, but here is 127. Do you know why? Because the reason here, if we look at our topology here, when this PC want to ping this one, it just comes to the switch and go directly here. And it doesn't go to the router. When it goes to the router from this LAN to this LAN, then each router will reduce one of this time to leave. And it allows you to have 128 routers on this wave between these two LAN until this ping or this ICMP drop. Okay, this is the reason. If there was two routers, so the result would be 126 time to leave. So maybe you are asking, so what is VLAN? Why we are using VLANs here? The main advantages of VLANs are it improves security, it reduces broadcast traffic, and it has better network performance and logical organizations and easier network management and troubleshooting. That's why we are using VLANs. Great. I think is enough for today, and I hope that this video was useful for you, and if you like it, please subscribe my channel, and thank you for watching this video.